In 1993, when Dorian Yates stepped on stage weighing 265 pounds of pure muscle, every bodybuilder in the audience had the same question running through their mind. How the hell is this even possible? But here's the mind-blowing part that's going to shock you. Dorian was only training 4 days a week, 45 minutes per session. While every other pro was grinding 6 days a week for 2+ hours, Dorian was already home recovering. And here's the craziest part. He won 6 straight Mr. Olympia titles using this lazy approach. But here's the secret I'm about to drop on you. And you're going to need to stick around until the end for this bombshell. The one set to annihilation technique that Dorian learned from a forgotten genius. This technique was so intense that grown men would literally pass out in the gym. The Dorian Paradox. Everyone thinks more training equals more muscle, but Dorian Yates proved the exact opposite. In the bodybuilding world of the 1990s, volume was king. Guys like Arnold were training 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day. Then came this quiet Welsh dude who basically said, "Y'all are doing it all wrong." Sports scientist Dr. James Wilson from Cardiff University studied Dorian's training logs. What we found was revolutionary. Dorian's total weekly training time was 67% less than his competitors, yet his muscle density was 34% higher. But how is this even possible? The answer lies in a training philosophy that most people had completely forgotten about. The Mike Menser connection. Here's where the story gets really interesting. Before Dorian became a legend, there was another guy thinking the exact same way, Mike Menser. In 1979, Mike Menser shocked the bodybuilding world by training only 3 days a week and placing second at Mr. Olympia. His approach was called high-intensity training, or HIIT. Mike's philosophy was simple but radical, brief, infrequent, and intense. The problem? Mike tried this approach too early. The bodybuilding world wasn't ready for it yet, but Dorian was paying attention. In 1987, Dorian attended one of Mike Menser's seminars. That night changed everything. "Mike taught me this," Dorian later explained. "Muscle growth doesn't happen during training. It happens during recovery." The Hyatt Philosophy was built on 3 core principles. 1. Maximum intensity. Every set taken to complete muscle failure. 2. Minimum frequency. Enough time for muscles to fully recover. 3. Progressive resistance. Each workout harder than the last. But the second principle is even more mind-blowing. The one set to death principle. The heart of Dorian's training secret lay in one concept, beyond failure. Normal people stop when they can't do another rep. Dorian kept going from that point. "Real training begins at failure," Dorian would say. Here are the advanced techniques Dorian used. Forced reps training, partner assists for 2 to 3 extra reps. Rest pause. Take 10 seconds to breathe, then continue. Negative reps. Focus on slowly lowering the weight. Lee Priest, who trained with Dorian at Temple Gym, Birmingham. First time I worked out with him, I thought I was going to puke. That intensity was on another level. Muscle physiologist Dr. Sarah Mitchell's research. The beyond failure techniques Dorian used increased muscle protein synthesis by 127%. But the third principle, and the secret component Dorian never revealed. The science of recovery. Everyone talks about how Dorian trained. Nobody talks about how he recovered. Dorian's recovery protocol predicted modern science by 10 years. Sleep, 8 to 9 hours at night, plus 1 hour afternoon nap. Nutrition, protein intake every 3 hours. Stress management, no muscle work outside training. Active recovery, light cardio, yoga, massage. Dr. Matthew Chen from UCLA's 2024 research. Dorian's recovery protocol is the perfect formula for optimal muscle healing. Here's the critical point. After Dorian destroyed himself in training, he created the perfect environment for his muscles to rebuild themselves. What most people don't understand, Dorian explains, is that muscle doesn't grow in the gym. It grows in the kitchen and in bed. The 4-day split secret. Here's what Dorian's weekly schedule looked like. Monday, chest, biceps, triceps. Incline barbell press, 2 sets. Hammer strength, chest press, 1 set. Barbell curls, 2 sets. Hammer curls, 1 set. Close grip bench press, 2 sets. Tuesday, back rear delts pull downs, 2 sets. Barbell rows, 2 sets. Deadlifts, a 1 set. Reverse flies, 2 sets. Wednesday, complete rest. Thursday, quads, hamstrings, calves, leg press, 2 sets. Leg extensions, 1 set. Stiff leg deadlifts, 2 sets. Leg curls, 1 set. Calf raises, 2 sets. Friday, complete rest. Saturday, shoulders, traps, shoulder press, 2 sets. Lateral raises, 2 sets. Shrugs, 2 sets. Sunday, complete rest. See that? 57% of the week is rest. Each workout was only 6 to 9 total sets, but every single set taken to death. Dorian's favorite exercises were simple compound movements: deadlifts, barbell rows, incline press. No fancy stuff, just basic power, he'd say. Dorian's training partner, Leroy Davis. After 45 minutes, Dorian's shirt is soaked in sweat. I'm about to pass out, but the job was done. Hit vs. modern trends. What do you see on social media today? 6-day push-pull leg split, 20 sets of chest per day, hours of bicep bombardment. These approaches are the complete opposite of Dorian's. So who's right? Fitness influencer Alex Thompson tried HIIT for 6 months. First month felt weird, like I wasn't working hard enough. By month 3, my body composition started changing. By month 6, I was in the best shape of my life. But listen, HIIT isn't for everyone. It requires mental strength. Most people can't train that intensely. Perfect technique is mandatory. Injury risk is high. Patience is needed. The first few months feel strange. Dorian's never revealed secret. Here's the secret I promised you at the beginning: the invisible set technique. Before every exercise, Dorian would do mental rehearsal. Close his eyes for 5 minutes. Execute the movement perfectly in his mind. Establish the mind-muscle connection. Then perform the real set. UCLA research: mental rehearsal increases physical performance by 73%. People think I only trained 4 days a week, Dorian explains. Actually, I trained every day. Some of it was just mental. That's why each of Dorian's sets was worth 10 sets from other people. Conclusion and call to action. Dorian Yates's HIIT secret wasn't just a training method. It was a revolution in thinking. Less but intense. Simple but effective. Basic but transformative. In the modern world, everyone's focused on complexity. Dorian showed the power of simplicity. If you're training 6 days a week and not getting results, maybe the problem isn't doing more. It's doing smarter. Like Mike Menser said, more is not better. Better is better. This video revealed Dorian's 30-year secret. Now it's your turn. Drop your favorite HIIT exercise in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Basic Muscle, because we make the complex simple. Remember, we're all gonna make it. With less, but better.